Governor Malloy, good to see you. Good morning.
Good to be with you, Matt.
So you just heard, you know your words. You said this could be the biggest threat to human life you've seen in years. What worries you the most this morning?
Matt, it's the next two tides. The tide that will affect the western Long Island, so that portion from New Haven down to the New York border, could experience tides this afternoon at about what the perfect storm was. Tonight's tide during the nighttime hours could be twice that, and that's our biggest worry. If that happens, it really is catastrophic. The amount of damage and loss of property is going to be extreme. We've been talking about it for days. We've prepared. We have people in the right places. We have equipment in the right places. But really, we're waiting to see what Mother Nature throws at us. But let's be very clear. This storm is staying on script. And that script brings us to the worst result we could possibly have imagined.
And as a result of that, and mandatory evacuations and suggested evacuations, how many people in your state do you think have been displaced at this moment?
In the evacuation zones, because this is a Category 4, this is our highest category emergency that we would consider along the shore. 360,000 people have been urged to leave their homes. That's the number we're talking about. So put it this way, that's about 1/10 of our entire population. But let's be very clear. You're talking about New Haven, you're talking about Bridgeport, you're talking about Stamford, three of our largest and most important cities, with neighborhoods spread throughout every one of the towns that we're talking about. 30 towns have ordered evacuations. It's an extraordinary effort that's underway, and it's different than anything we've ever done. People in Connecticut are used to a hurricane being a 6 to 12-hour event. This is a 36-hour event affecting at least 4 high tides. The first one was last night, not bad. But we needed to get people understanding that each one will get progressively worse. This afternoon's, which will be bad, and tonight's, which could be catastrophic. That's our big worry. That's why we've urged people to leave as soon as possible. Yesterday, right. Today, if they're there. Tonight could just be the worst.
A housekeeping note: your state's only nuclear power plant, the Millstone plant up in Waterford, Connecticut. Any plans to shut that down?
As of last night, it had been taken down about 75% of capacity. They'll make decisions later today. It's not going to be affected by wind, and it's not going to be affected by tides. It's built pretty high. What they're worried about is stuff in the water.
Right.
So if houses get swept in or other things get swept in, that could be an impact. If that's threatened, they will take it down.
And real quickly, after Irene, as Katie mentioned, we saw massive power outages in the state of Connecticut. Do you have crews in from states that will be unaffected standing by? And for the people who do lose power over the next 48 hours or so, Governor, how long do you think they'll be without power?
If it's in response to flooding, they're going to be out for a long period of time. If we lose the 9 substations that are in tidal-affected areas, potentially, then this is going to be a long-term event. If we can avoid those being overcome by waves or water, then recovery will be more rapid. So really, we're talking about days, one way or the other. We could be talking about weeks.
Connecticut's Governor Dan Malloy. Governor, I know you're very busy this morning. I really appreciate you taking the time to talk to us.
Thanks,
and good
Matt.
luck to the people of Connecticut.
Thank you.